Hey, welcome back to Kurtzky's Garage. Next job on the Mercedes W126 300 SEL is an engine bay clean. It's filthy, and I'm going to be using, to start, a couple of tools from Griot's Garage. Well, a tool and a cleaning liquid at any rate. I decided to give their modular brush system a try. So this consists of a handle and different brush heads that you can interchange into the handle. And if you're so inclined, you can put a band of color to show what the different brushes are actually intended for. So in this case, I got a heavy duty and a slightly smaller version of the heavy duty bristle to get into really grimy engine bay stuff. And I suppose if you want to get in and do some really dirty suspension work, this is your brush. Do not use this on paint. It is way too aggressive for paint. And then of course for the cleaning fluid, we have their engine cleaner, appropriately named. So rather than show you the entire process, we're going to do some before and afters, maybe cut in some other footage. I don't know. We'll get creative with it. But detailing the engine bay is where it's at. And yesterday I got the door panel back together. The door locks and unlocks. Everything is good there. I'm really, really pleased. The inside door handle feels nice. And I took it out for the first spin of the season. So all is well with the W126, or at least it's getting better. See you in a sec. Okay, so welcome to the engine bay of the 300 SEL and basically Kurtzky's driveway. So let's get started. We're going to use a really generous application of the engine cleaner. We're going to let it sit for a minute or less, and we're just going to start working in, getting everything clean. I think this car has had some rust protection sprayed in. That's all good. And just get in there, get it all nice and clean. And that is pretty nice. I like what I'm seeing there. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a pressure washer out here. Not that I want to do that, but what I may do is just run some water over this. I'm not too concerned about doing that, and we will get everything nice and clean. Of course, being very careful with any of the exposed 12-volt wires, but we'll get everything cleaned up. And I have dedicated rubber cleaner as well, so we'll employ that for the rubber bits. Okay, so the Tim Hortons cup from my iced coffee will serve as rinse water. And we'll use the Milwaukee precision blower to clean everything up. It's worth noting, back in that corner where the battery is, there are drains from the sunroof. I think that's where they come into, and you ensure that all of the drainage for water management is clear in that part of the body. So I'm going to keep working away at this, and we'll show you some results in a few minutes. Okay, I'm going to stop for the night, but I did make a little bit of headway. I mean, this is a long process. This engine hasn't been cleaned in, well, probably since the car was new. But there is some progress. You know, we're dealing with just getting rid of a lot of surface grime. Cleaning the rubber, that always helps. The fender, the inner fenders, that's going to take a lot of time of picking around. So, we just keep working back at it. I did clean the power steering pump and found that the fluid was low. So that means I've got to go and find where the leak is, and I suspect I'll be able to trace it because there is some seepage down there. So probably just a hose or a hose clamp. I'm not too concerned about that at this point. But there you go. I'm going to try one last thing, and that's the Grille's Garage ceramic windshield cleaner, glass cleaner. And if there's some spectacular results, I'll give you a little bit of a look-see at that product. Okay, now we're going to wrap it up for the night. I did some work with the Grille's Garage ceramic glass cleaner, and I think it looks pretty good. Have a look for yourself. And then I got into doing a little bit of polishing on the paint. And it's going to take work, but I think it'll take a paint correction quite nicely. So that's it. Thanks for joining me. Next episode, what are we going to do? More engine bay cleaning, and I'm sure there'll be other stuff. Take care.